Hello everyone, this is South Alabama Cooking, where you will find good down-home Southern recipes made easy. Now I have a real treat for you today. I'm going to show you how to make homemade flan. So let's turn right around here to the counter. I already have all of my ingredients out. Okay, I have right here in my bowl 7 egg yolks. I'm going to take a whisk and mix these up. Now this recipe that I am making today, I got this from my daughter Rebecca's fiance, Jade. Jade is from the Philippines, and this recipe is from the Philippines. Jade's grandmother made this recipe for him when he was a child growing up, and he said he would sit there in the kitchen and watch his grandmother make it and just waiting with anticipation to be able to eat it. Now Jade has made this for us, and I'm telling you what's the truth. It is absolutely out of this world fabulous. Okay, so I've got the egg yolks stirred up here. Now, let's go ahead and add all of the rest of the ingredients. We've got to add in 1 can of sweetened condensed milk. Okay, next, I want to fill up the sweetened condensed milk can with evaporated milk. Okay, let's add that to the bowl. Now I have 1/4 cup of light brown sugar. Let's get that in there. And 1 teaspoon of pure vanilla extract. Don't use the imitation, y'all. Use pure. It costs more, but it is better. Okay, that's all of the ingredients in the bowl. Now, we want to blend this all together. And I'm going to have to stir this for a long time. My daughter Rebecca said, stir it and slowly count to 100. And you don't want to beat this mixture. You don't want to whip air into it. You do not want air in this mixture because that will give it the wrong texture. So you want to just slowly stir this and combine it for quite a while. So I'm going to work on it for a little bit. Okay, I've got the flan mixed up. Now the next thing we want to do is turn around here to the stove. And I have a little loaf pan here. I'm going to put about 1 tablespoon of brown sugar in this loaf pan. Right here. And I need to melt this brown sugar. So I've got this burner on here. I'm going to hold this over the burner and let that melt. This will take a few minutes. I've got my burner on medium high. Okay, I can see it, it's starting to melt. Let me add just a tad of water. A few drops. Just going to let this spread out over the pan. just kind of spread that out over the pan. Okay, there we go. Now, I'm going to let this, I need to let this cool down. So I'm just going to set it right over here. Okay, our pan has cooled down. Now, I want to put this little strainer right here on top of the loaf pan, and I'm going to strain my flan mixture through this strainer so that if there's any little lumps or anything in this mixture, this strainer will strain it out. Okay, there we go. Okay, look here. See, it strained all of that out right there. And you need to have that strained out so that your flan will be nice and smooth. Okay. I have a bigger pan here that I'm going to use to make a water bath. Now, let's cover this loaf pan with aluminum foil. Let me turn this pan this way. And cover it as tightly as you can. I have the oven preheating on 300 degrees. Okay, now I'm going to set this into this little half pan right here. Setting it just like this. And this loaf pan is elevated in this half pan. You don't want your loaf pan to be sitting on the bottom of this half pan. If you need to, you can put 2 wooden spoons in the bottom of this pan to elevate your loaf pan. Okay, now I need to add some hot water to this half pan. You want your water to come up on the sides of your loaf pan. Okay, now I'm going to cover both pans tightly with aluminum foil. Okay, this is ready to go into the oven, and I'm going to bake it in the oven for 40 minutes, and then I'll test it. Okay, let's check the flan. Let's see if it's ready. Let me remove this outer layer of aluminum foil. Okay, poking a hole right in the middle here. Stick this skewer down in here. Okay, it's not ready yet. We're going to have to let it cook a little bit longer. All right, let's check this again. Okay, it looks done. You're supposed to cook it until the skewer comes out almost clean. And that's what we've got. See, just a little bit right there, but it is almost clean. So, I need to take that out of the water bath. I'm going to let it cool some. And then we'll flip it out onto a plate here in just a little bit. Let's take this piece of aluminum foil off. Let's see what it looks like. Oh, yes. Okay, I don't know if y'all can see that. All right, we're just going to let it cool. Okay, y'all, the flan has cooled down some. I'm going to see if I can flip it out onto this platter. And I may make a mess. Let's get that out of the way. Okay, here goes, y'all. I almost got it on the platter without making a mess. Ooh, I can't scoot it over either. Okay. So I think that's going to be the best I can do. I thought maybe it would slide, but it's not going to slide. Okay. So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut these little corners off that are hanging off, and that is what I'm going to taste. Cut this little corner off as well. I'll use my spatula, see if I can get it up from there. Okay, that worked a little better. There we go. I should have held it up there for y'all to see before I started cutting it. But anyway, that's what it looks like. Okay, let's taste this. It's still warm, and it is very good warm or cold. I like to eat it either way. Can y'all see how smooth it is? Y'all, this is so good. Flan is so delicious. Okay, folks, I'm going to let y'all go because I got some eating to do.